Okay, so yesterday I was very thoughtful about my inner addict, and after I filmed my last video, I decided that I wanted to be allowing and letting it in and not judge it and kind of stay neutral and try to love it and embrace it for what it does, for the actions. So I allowed it to basically indulge. I went to get fries, and I went after that to get like a coffee, chocolate, caramel kind of drink. And as I was sitting at the cafe and drinking that drink, I was writing to my addict. I was trying to describe it and trying to connect with it and see if I, get to know it. Like, who are you? And as I was writing, as I was describing this inner addict, I quickly, or at the end, perhaps at the end of the list, after writing a bit, I realized it was my child. It was a neglected child. So first I thought, maybe there are more beings within me, than those three. Maybe I'm simplifying it too much by saying my inner child, my inner adult, my inner grandmother. But I realized that I felt like I was describing my child. So. So then I am no longer calling it my inner addict. I'm calling it my inner child that is neglected. And who is responsible for that, I would say my grandmother definitely can step in and be there for advice and and this calm, observing quality that she has, and give advice if she's asked for it. And so I kind of focused on the adult being responsible for bringing this child into this addictive behavior or this addictive pattern. This never-ending story, really. Like I was also looking at addiction, like what is it? Addiction is, I said, a vicious cycle, a never-ending story, self-harm, unconscious. What else did I say? Dis-ease. And it's not good or bad. It's not something to be erased from life. It's all there to teach you something and teach me something. So I'm using this opportunity to learn from it. So am I blocking my audio? No. Okay. Yeah. So I thought my adult needs to take responsibility for this, and my child needs my adult for help. I cannot expect my child to heal itself, to fix its problems, because it's just not mature enough for it. It needs basically just support from the adult and the grandmother. So, as I wrote, I was describing the inner addict, and I realized I was saying toys a lot. Like, it's this toy. So, whatever toy is in the nearby, and it's accessible, whatever toy is accessible to it, whatever toy is being shown to it or introduced to it, whatever toy. So I realized, it's definitely a child. So I want to to allow my adult to step in and to, because it is really, I really do see it as the adult not giving my child enough attention, not playing with my child enough. For instance, just, not engaging in playing with my child. So I am now focusing really on healing this neglected child and giving it, of course, not forgetting my grandmother, not forgetting my adult. They also need their time and space, but it's really, this time is really important for my child. If I want to really heal this addiction, I want to give my child that attention and care. And how I do that is by going to my childhood, for instance, and seeing what was joyful in my childhood. What can I bring back into my life today that I enjoyed as a child? And basically just acting as if I am a child again, It would be less obvious if there was a child with me. I could just say, well, it's for the child, it's... And it's funny because it's like, it's such a shameful thing almost to be a child. Like, don't be childish, don't be, you're such a child, or you're so immature, or you're so like, you're still playing with that toy, you haven't grown up from that, So I'm trying to heal that and just allowing my child to really, really play in childish things, going to the bookstore and just looking at children's books, for instance. Listening to Peter and the Wolf, that is made for children. Classical music. Drawing. Imaginative beings. Creating stories. Dressing up. I don't know, just playing more. Dancing. Laughing more. Just goofing around. And but the adult is still aware that my child is addicted to certain foods, and foods especially that are very exciting. That was the main thing, I'm not really seeing myself getting addicted to bananas or fruits or vegetables, so I'm not really so concerned about those, because I think I've just come too far on this path to get to that place. But if I do, then okay, then let's take it from there. But I'm going to not restrict eating per se, but I will restrict those exciting foods. And so what I will do, if I can hear my child just really, like, walking past a cafe and there's a beautiful cake, I will hear it as like crying for attention, and I will hold it in my mind. I will take that child in my mind and hold it and say, I love you, you're safe, I care for you, let's play together. What do you want to do? What would you like to do right now? Shall we go to a bookstore and look at, what do you want? And if the child keeps asking for food to chew on, or, I don't know how that, I don't really see myself going for it, like really, really just going crazy for a mango or a cucumber, But if it's about really just, I just want to chew something, then I will go for something that is not that exciting, just no added salt, ideally, no added sugar, ideally, raw, not cooked, ideally, maybe, rice, but rice without salt, rice without, like, something else, like vegetables without salt, cooked, it's no, I think raw foods is definitely the best option, I guess. So, what else? So yeah, I'm not calling it my inner addict anymore. It's my inner child that is neglected, and my adult wants to take responsibility for that. Of course, not being blamed for it. That's not what it's about. I'm not blaming my adult. I'm just saying, hey, we really need your help because you actually kind of put us into this position by just not allowing, basically. The adult has lots of rules and likes to organize and put things in order. And it's at the same time the adult that allows. So allowing my child to play more and be there with the child as well. Acknowledge that time that is important, and we will all get our time. My grandmother, she will get her time with tidying up, cleaning, making my home beautiful, and lighting candles and making tea and coffee or whatever, you know, and telling stories. And my adult will also get its time with analytical thinking and problem solving and just, you know, so it's all well. But my child now really needs attention, and this is something I can feel is going to be powerful. I can feel it already. Like, I feel so satisfied. This morning I was making a drawing or painting with gouache and color pencils, and making up creatures and things, and it was just so nourishing. And I am not I think this will satisfy the child, but let's see. Okay, bye until next time.